Hey, welcome. My name is Adam, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can be your authentic self in all situations, including the situations that would normally make you feel nervous and awkward, such as asking someone on a date, going to an important job interview, doing public speaking to a group, or even just in front of a camera and posting it on social media. All of these scenarios that normally make you feel awkward and shy, where you feel like you have to be a certain way and then you start acting inauthentically because it's a high stakes situation. Those are the situations where it's most important to learn how to be your authentic self. Because it's easy to be your authentic self when you're hanging out with your family, or when you're with your friends that you've known for 20 years. Or when you're by yourself in the shower, you'll sing whatever song you want. You don't care because no one's listening. But many people find it difficult to be their authentic selves in these high stakes situations. So that's what we're going to be talking about here in this video. This is a very, very common desire. I've coached over 100 people, and whenever I ask them what their core life desire is, it's always some variation of, I just want to be free to be able to be my true authentic self in all situations so that I can socialize with people and have fun and express myself fully, so that I can make art that is a true expression of my soul that is beautiful. So generally, this core desire to be your authentic self, this is a self-actualization need. You want to see yourself, your authentic self, be your best self in the physical and not just in the potential. So one reason why being your authentic self is so important is because that is actually what gets you into a flow state where you're in that natural, effortless state where you can make amazing art. You can be super charming and funny and witty, and it's just true to you. You're not acting as someone else. You're not worried that people are judging you, but you're just free and you're expressing yourself and you're awesome. So this is a very important thing that everyone desires deep down in their heart. It's a very important thing, but we struggle with this. It's very difficult for many people whenever you go into a high stakes situation like a job interview or you're speaking in public, then for some reason it's like your brain just shuts off and you forget how to be a normal, regular human being. So I'll tell you a story. When I was in high school, I was starting to realize that there's other girls in my high school that, well, I'm not a girl, but there's girls in my high school that are pretty and I want to date them. But I didn't know how to be natural with my flirting. No one ever taught me how to do this. I spent my whole childhood playing Pokemon and Dark Souls. So by the time it was time to flirt with a real life girl, I had no clue how to do that because I was such a nerd. So I went online on YouTube and I started looking at tips and advice for how to flirt. And a lot of it was just like pickup lines and like techniques, like, oh, you should stand up straight. You should say this specific sentence, or you should hug them like this. You should deepen your voice so that you seem more masculine. But what I found is whenever I tried using these specific techniques, it actually came off as weird and inauthentic, and the girls were able to sense it subconsciously. Because it's really easy to tell when someone is faking themselves. There's a discrepancy between the words that are leaving their mouth and their mood, their energy, which you can sense in their body language and in their tone of voice. So when I would go talk to girls, my tone of voice and my body language was saying that I was insecure and I had no clue what I was doing, but then my words were pretending to be cool and confident. So that discrepancy made me seem like an inauthentic person, like I was a liar, like I was pretending to be someone, like I had something to hide. I seemed like I was judging myself so much, because I was, and this was not very attractive. So whenever there's a discrepancy between what you're saying and how you're feeling, that gives off this like weird energy that comes off as inauthentic, and then people think you're weird, basically. So this is what happened to me, and I was struggling with this for a few years until I read the book Models by Mark Manson, which he explains how to attract women through honesty. Just being your honest, true self, saying what's on your mind, being real. Going up to a girl and saying, hey, I just played Pokemon for my entire life, so I have no clue how to flirt with you, but I decided to come talk to you anyways and just, figure it out as I go. Something like that, right? So just being honest, being real, this is very attractive. And after I read this book, I started actually applying this in real life, and I discovered I'd get way better results with girls that I would talk to in public, because they felt safe in my energy. They felt that, okay, this guy's being honest. He's a little bit weird and he's a nerd, but at least he's an honest nerd. And that is respectable. That's attractive, because then the other person feels safe in your energy to be their authentic self. This is what I mean when I say tapping into the authenticity frequency. This makes you extremely attractive in dating, but also in business as well. I discovered that when I'm going to make a YouTube video, or I'm making a sales video, or I'm doing a sales call, or talking to a prospective client, I don't need to pretend to be somebody else. That's what I used to do a few years ago. I would try to put on an act where I would pretend to be professional and competent and pretend to know my stuff so that I make a sale. What I discovered is that I don't need to pretend to be professional and competent and in order to get a job or make a sale or whatever. I just need to be myself. And just trust that if this client is aligned with me and I can help them, then it'll work. And if not, then who cares? They're missing out. Or whatever. It's not something you need to worry about so much. So here now I'm going to give you some general principles that I've discovered that help you to tap into the authenticity frequency, which is just funny language for basically saying how to be your authentic self easily and effortlessly. And this is really a frequency. So the first principle I'm going to share with you is it's important to learn how to feel good in your own body. So doing practices such as meditation, such as grounding your energy in nature, so going outside, taking your shoes off, putting your feet on the grass, even if the grass is a little bit cold. If you don't want to take your shoes off, a great thing you can do is hug a tree, touch a tree like I'm doing right now. This actually helps to connect your circuit. You're a human being, you have an electromagnetic field around you. You can connect your circuit to the earth. It's very grounding. Other ways to make yourself feel good in your body are to have fun in your life. Not always be so anxious about achieving results, but just do things that make you happy. Do things that make you feel good just for the sake of it. Actually enjoy your life. Just do things that are fun for you. I was riding my bike before I made this video, and I was thinking, what would be the funnest thing I can do right now? And I rode my bike to Best Buy, which is an electronics store near me. That's something I used to do when I was 7 or 8 years old. I just take my bike to the electronics store, and I just spent 20 minutes just looking at the computers and looking at the video games and stuff. And I had so much fun by myself, because life isn't always about just achieving results. One amazing way to achieve results is actually to have fun. Because when you're having fun, you're automatically in the authenticity frequency. Because you feel good in yourself. So when you're going to flirt with a girl, the core principle of being a good flirt is just having fun and doing whatever entertains you, right? And obviously being kind as well. That's the other one. Fun and be kind. So being attractive is not about what you say and do, but it's actually about how you feel internally. Being attractive is about embodying an energy field of love. And I know this sounds esoteric, like, Adam, how do I embody an energy field of love? There's many ways. Very practically, one way is to learn how to ground your energy through meditation. So sitting and being present in the moment, being here, now. What this does is this helps to fill your body and your whole field with awareness. When you can fill up your field with awareness, being aware, being present, being here in the moment. Awareness is all synonymous with love. So being aware, being awake, being clear, being present, being grounded. This is an amazing way to feel good in your body. When you shine the light of awareness in your body, and you do that for 20 minutes straight through a practice like Vipassana meditation, for example, which I have a free guide for how to do, I'll leave it in the description. You learn how to do that, then your body starts to feel amazing because it's full of awareness and you feel connected to the present moment. You feel alive. You feel sharp and clear. That's what allows you to appreciate the beauty of life. That's another way to reach the abundance frequency, the love frequency, is to appreciate the beauty of life. Just enjoy the fact that life exists. Isn't that a miraculous miracle? People say, no, life is not a miraculous miracle. Life is terrible. What? I have a magical body that just works and I can like use it and run around and you take my shoes off and go run and frolic in the field and swim in the water and talk to people and make art and sing and dance. That sucks. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. If this body here is not enough for you, then I don't know what is going to be enough for you. So just being in your body and being fulfilled and satisfied with the fact that you're alive, that's a good way to tap into the abundance frequency. When I was improving my dating skills, one thing that I would do is when I'd go out in public is I was doing a lot of meditation. I had been practicing for a few years. So what I did was I just meditated while I was in public. So I became very present and I became aware that life is like a dream and I'm free to be whoever I want and I'm free to have fun. And I became very aware and conscious and present by using Vipassana. And then I would go talk to the girls and my energy was completely different because it was like I was living in a waking dream. So my energy was cool and kind, but also just fun and authentic, and I could say whatever I wanted. I was just happy. I was just happy just to be alive. That's how you tap into the authenticity frequency. That's how you be your authentic self, because if you haven't noticed, in these high stakes situations, like asking a girl out or going to a job interview or speaking in public or whatever, the reason why you are unable to be authentic in these situations is because you're attached to the outcome. You think that if I got this girl to have sex with me, then that would like save my life, and then I can finally be happy, because I'm not happy now, and so I need something else to make me happy. Same with your business or with your job interview or whatever, you might say, well, Adam, but my job, like that's like connected to my survival, right? If I don't get that job, then I'm gonna die because I'm not gonna be able to make money. And the truth is, no, actually, that's not true. You won't die. You could get another job. Get a different job. Maybe it won't be the perfect one, but at least you're not gonna die. So don't make things such high stakes. You need to learn how to reduce importance. Give yourself a plan B. Give yourself an exit strategy. Say, well, okay, well, if I don't sell this client or if I don't get this job, then I'll just apply to another one. I'll get another one. So give yourself a plan B. And a good thing to do, actually, in order to reduce importance so you can be more authentic, is to visualize the worst case scenario and accept it. So before you go ask a girl out, for example, just be okay with the scenario where she laughs at you and rejects you. Accept failure before you even do the thing. What's your plan? What are you gonna do if she laughs at you and makes fun of you? Visualize it and accept it and just laugh it off. What are you gonna do? You should, I don't know, somersault away or do a backflip. I don't know, sing a song. Oh, Mamma Mia! You know, what's your exit strategy? Who cares? How can you make this situation, this worst case scenario, less bad? And visualize it. So accept the worst case scenario before you even go out to do it, and that'll actually make it easier. Another amazing way to be your authentic self is to learn how to accept yourself exactly as you are. This is key. So even when I'm making a video like this, sometimes I'll trip over my words, or I'll have a weird example, or I'll forget what to say. And if I let that ruin the video, then that would suck. That would make me so nervous and anxious, because all the time I would be on my own ass. I would be like a monkey on my own back, checking to see if every single word I say is perfect. Because if it's not perfect, then the video is not going to work and I have to scrap the whole thing. So it's the same principle when you're talking to a girl or when you're doing a job interview or whatever. Don't need it to be perfect. Just let yourself be imperfect. Don't try to shine. Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching, he said, the master doesn't try to shine, and that's what makes him stand out. So it's counterintuitive. The less you try to be cool and perfect, and you just allow yourself just to be, you don't try to be someone, you just be. That's the thing that makes you attractive, counterintuitively. It's counterintuitive. So you would think, if you're a guy, for example, oh, in order to get this girl to like me, I need to show her my big muscles, and I need to get her to feel them. And then I need to go in my car and rev the engine. Ooh, she likes that. But the truth is, no, not really. Really, actually, you don't really need to be any way at all. You can just be the way you are. You don't need to be super strong or have an expensive car. You can just be a human being that exists in the present moment. You can just be existence. Isn't that awesome that you are existence? That's divine. That's good enough. The fact that you, God's exist, you're an embodiment of the natural, force that creates reality. You are being. Your fucking body is magical. Just the fact that it exists, that's good enough. You don't need to be a someone in particular. You can just be you. So all this comes from meditation, realizing that the present moment is fulfilled already, and that it doesn't require extra things to make it better. So when you're meditating and you're just sitting there and you're being, you have this thought that comes up that says, well, you know what would make this present moment a little bit better? If I had some porn. See, because this, you know, the floor is a little bit hard, my knees are hurting a little bit. It's kind of boring sitting here and doing nothing, but you know what would make this present moment better? Some porn. Or some junk food. Or some video games. And that's the ultimate delusion. The thought that the present moment could be better if I had something else. That's the root of inauthenticity right there. That's what makes you start to act weird, is when you're attached to getting that sex from that pretty girl that you're asking out, or that, you know, if you're a girl, you'd be more interested in the security that the man provides, or getting that money. When you're attached to getting the outcome, then you can't just relax and be. And when you can't just relax and be, then you have this unattractive energy. And it's repulsive. It's because you are embodying a state of lack. You are actually projecting out lack. You are energetically saying to the world that I need other things to make me happy because I'm not happy already. So instead of projecting lack, first feel good in your own body. Okay? Practice meditation. Don't try to shine, just be. Let yourself be the way you are. Accept yourself the way you are. Don't be a monkey on your own back. Just accept life the way it is. Just be. Practice meditation. Feel good. Appreciate the beauty of life. Do things that make you feel fun, that make you have fun. Enjoy your life. Be fulfilled on your own. See, Adam, I don't know how to do that. Start by just sitting and letting go of the need to do things. You don't need to do things to be fulfilled. You can just sit and be, and keep sitting there until you start to feel good. It might take 30 minutes, but just sit there until you can focus on the breath and feel calm. All right? Then once you can feel good with nothing, now you're free to have everything. Now you can go up in public and give a speech to 1,000 people, because if every single person in the crowd dislikes what you say and they throw tomatoes at you, that doesn't take anything away from you, because you're good with nothing. You know who you are. You're grounded in being, in the fact of existence. So you don't require social approval in order to secure your survival. You're secure enough. Don't think that if, someone dislikes you, your parents disapprove of you, that's what stops you from being your authentic self. Don't think that if your parents disapprove of you, that's gonna cause you to die. That's another thing that prevents people from being authentic, is on a very deep subconscious level, human beings have evolved as a tribal species. So thousands of years ago, if you're part of a tribe and you get this bright idea to start being your authentic self, but the tribe doesn't like you being your authentic self, then they'll disapprove of you and they may even kick you out, which means death. So thousands of years ago, if your friends and family don't like you, they don't approve of you, you get kicked out of the tribe, no more food, no more security, no more shelter, you're dead. So this conditioning has stayed with us. This is like an ancestral trauma. It stayed with us in our bones, in our cells. So we feel very afraid of stepping on other people's toes and being polarizing, saying our true opinions, saying what's on our mind, even though we know other people may not agree with it or like it. We play this game of social approval and fitting in so that the tribe doesn't kick us out. But I want you to realize that you don't need the tribe to accept you anymore. We live in a society where luckily you can like get your own job and pay your own bills and like kind of just live. Now, when you be your authentic self, it's true not everyone will like it. But if you're coming from your heart and you're being genuine, then some people will love it. The right people who are made for you will love it. So that's the benefit of being authentic, is that you push away things in your life that are not meant for you. You don't want them anyways. They're not meant for you. So when you're being authentic, the things that are not meant for you will leave because they don't resonate with that authentic frequency. And the things that are meant for you, the positive relationships, the aligned career, these things that are meant for you will come into your life. Because being authentic is a frequency. So the frequency that you choose to embody in your life, when you choose to be your authentic self by following your highest excitement. I have a whole video called How to Follow Your Highest Excitement. When you follow what excites you, when you follow your passion, that's another way to be your authentic self. Do what you're passionate about every single day or as frequently as possible. Do what's fun for you. Do what gets you excited. When you follow your excitement, that's a very high frequency of love. That high frequency starts to change your life, where you start to resonate with other things that you love. You start to love your life, and you start to have things that you love and people that you love in your life. They start to attract to you because your state of being is attracting the things that you love. And it's repelling the things that you don't love because you don't want those things in your life anyways. So this was how to tap into the abundance frequency. I hope you like this video. I recommend, if you want an action step to do next, is come join the Conscious Creator community. That's a completely free community where every single week I hop on a live call with everyone that's in that community and we just chat. They ask me questions about how to raise your state of consciousness so that you feel good, so that you raise your frequency. And then from that place of feeling good, you can spontaneously, effortlessly follow your highest excitement and your intuition to create the life that you want to live for yourself, that you're passionate about. So come join that free community, and otherwise subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.